All right, everybody. John and Troy with the Paranormal Task Force.
It's mail day.
It is mail day. So we've got a new piece of equipment that arrived in the mail.
Yes, we do.
And like we did with our last piece of equipment, we said we would start doing mail days. So here we are. We
Doing
have
mail
a
day.
mail day. And I'm fresh off of vacation. So
I'm fresh off of staycation.
here it is. Mail day. Let's open it up.
Do you want to tell them what's in the box before you open it up, or you want to open it up and then tell them what's in the box?
No, we'll tell them after we open it. Keep some suspense going.
A little mystique, if you will.
Although we do know what it is, but
yeah, we know what it is, but one day, hopefully we'll do a mail day where we don't know what it is.
Oh, those are coming. Trust me. Okay, guys. So
he says we very like we all know what it is. I do know what this is, but half the time mail day happens and he calls me and goes, "Hey, so guess what we got?"
Yeah.
I usually don't know.
We've got a pretty case from Ghost Stop.
I do love those Ghost Stop cases. They always package them so nicely.
But the question is, what's inside the case?
Well, you're going to answer that question in about 5 seconds.
I am. All right, guys. So I don't know if any of you guys pay attention to Ghost Stop or anything that they do, but so what we've got is the all-new Hydra from Ghost Stop. There it is. So this is the central unit. And what it is it has, if anybody's seen their Tracer 2, it's like a tripwire that uses LiDAR. This is similar concept, except you have 5 of these that plug in. So you have 5 different directions. So you have, and then each one on the end has another sensor. So you've got the sensor on the end and you've got 5 of these to run different directions.
So do the sensors on the end do something aside from what the tripwire does? Are they like EMF sensors? Okay.
Yes. So that is the new Hydra. We have 5 wires.
Is that similar to the tripwire that we usually run?
It's similar to the Tracer 2 tripwire,
which we use, right?
Yes, but not the EMF tripwires because we use those as well.
Right, not the ones that have like the big thing like about yay shaped.
This is like the Tracer 2, the one that has the blue LED that goes up and down.
Right, we used it on the Queen Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these strips are very similar to that. So yeah, we have 5 of those that connect to the centralized unit. And then the central unit, from what I was reading, is also a sensor. So then these lights will light up based on which direction the hit is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Because each one of these lights lines up with where the wire plugs in. So yeah, so it's multiple sensors in one device, which is really cool.
So that thing's gonna be like a little radar for us then, pretty much.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We're gonna put it to use. For those of you that haven't been listening to the podcast, Troy will actually be here on the 7th next week. And we do have an investigation scheduled. Actually, a couple of investigations scheduled.
I was going to say, we got more than one.
Yeah, so we will be putting that Hydra to use as well as other new equipment that we've received that we have not used on an investigation yet. We have some interesting stuff planned, I think, for these investigations that are coming up. So we've got some new static cameras that we're going to be using. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm just excited to goof off with new equipment, you know?
Yeah. So that was mail day. We got the new Hydra, which just came out. It's like I said, they just released it. Actually, I ordered that the day it dropped.
Yeah, I
So
remember I remember you calling me when it dropped going, "Oh man, this thing looks really cool. Should I get it?"
yeah, and you know, and it's gotten mixed reviews from people because of the price. Some people are like, oh, you know, it's priced too high, things like that. But my thing is, I like to have new technology, right? I like to stay on the cutting edge, so to speak, when it comes to devices. And we've got devices that people haven't even seen yet. Okay. And we may break some of those out on these upcoming investigations. We have a really cool, and Troy hasn't even seen it yet. We have a really cool
I haven't.
customized spirit box.
Oh. Oh, you told me about this, but I haven't actually
Yes,
seen it. Yeah.
yes. And I think we may get our first use of it at one of these locations that we're going to be doing.
I
But
mean, I remember we packed a whole bunch of stuff for the Queen Mary that didn't even get broken out because we
yeah,
put out a lot of equipment in
well,
B340, but
well, that's what I'm saying. We used so much equipment and we had a lot of stuff we didn't even use. We didn't break out the SLS camera. We didn't break out the
no.
Polter robot. I mean, we've got,
Also, yes, the Polter robot is exactly what it sounds like.
yeah. I mean, we've got all this stuff that we haven't even used yet. So I think we're going to break some of this out on these upcoming investigations. So if nothing else, so at least we can use them, test them, and see, and let people see what these are. Because like I said, I think we have some tools that people probably have never seen.
I mean,
So
yeah, that's we have a
um
lot of tools I've never seen.
and just so you guys know, if you guys didn't watch the live with Leon, the haunted doll, he's actually here next to me. I do have some equipment on. I have a REM pod, a K2. I have a spirit ball, and he's not very active today. He's not doing much.
Well,
He
you
was,
just left him by himself for what, like a week?
yeah, I know. He was welcomed into a new home, and then I left for a week, and I apologize to him for that. But he was pretty active during the live when I went back and reviewed it. I mean, there was a lot of cat ball activity. His spirit necklace was going off. K2 hits. I don't know that the REM pod hit though. I don't know if he triggered the REM pod or not.
I know he was going off because I was sitting there eating dinner, and every like 5 or so minutes, I'd get a new text from Dad about the cat ball's going off, his spirit
Yeah.
necklace is on, or something.
Well, that's because I was watching him live from the other room. He was in here on his own on the live, and I put it on in the other room to keep an eye on him, and he
You're
was
just
doing,
down the hall, and you're sitting there
yeah,
watching him.
yeah, but he was doing some stuff. I was trying to let him have the live to himself. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
didn't you go back in the office for something at some point, and like didn't like Spirit Chat go off or something? Didn't you have like
yeah,
a
I
um
went. I came in here a couple times to reset his spirit light on his necklace, and every time I came in here, the ghost tube said stuff like the one time I came in, ghost tube said stay.
yeah, that was it.
And it was like he was wanting me to stay and interact with him, but it was late at night. I was trying to go back to bed. But
Wasn't that like the day before you left too?
yeah, yeah, but yeah, he's pretty quiet today. But he, I think when Troy's here, we may do a session with him, maybe do a live and do a session with him and see if he does anything. And he's got a friend coming, and
Great.
that friend I don't think is very nice. And so we may run a session with her as well. So,
Well, I
but
mean,
yeah,
I think we definitely should run a session while I'm there,
yeah, we definitely
right?
will. And but yeah, so that was mail day, guys. We got the new Hydra from Ghost Stop. It looks to be a very cool device. Everything I've read about it seems pretty cool.
Odds are
So
you guys are going to see that on an upcoming investigation pretty soon.
yes, yes. And as a reminder, guys, the first episode of Buffalo Bills in Prim, Nevada dropped on Saturday. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out. We've got some really cool things in the works right now. I'm currently working on our app, which will allow you to access all of our video content directly on your device through the app. It's also going to have a link. It's also going to have, you're going to be able to go right to our merch store from the app. The merch store is coming online soon. You'll be able to access that through the app. And yes, we are going to start a Patreon for members only, and that is going to have behind the scenes footage that only Patreon members will be able to have access to. It's also going to have we're going to allow you to watch the premieres a day early. So if you're a Patreon member, you'll see the premiere before anybody else. So instead of waiting until Saturday, you'll be able to watch the premieres on Friday. So that's another thing that'll be in the Patreon. And we've got a few other perks that we're working out to go along with all that. So once Patreon is live, I'll let everybody know, but that'll also be accessible. The members area will be accessible through the app as well. And then there'll be a spot for announcements when we have announcements to make. All of that will be accessible in the app. The goal is to try to basically bring everything that we have that we've got out there that we're offering into one place. So you're not having to go to YouTube or go here or go there. You'll be able to go right to the app and access all that from your mobile device, which will be cool. So that is in the works. I am currently writing a book.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, see, a lot of this is news to me too, so mail day.
Yes, I am in the process of writing a book. And once that's ready, that'll be available in our store. And I may, if anybody's interested, I may offer some autographed copies. If anybody's interested in that, that's something that we can arrange. I'm trying to think of what else. I've been hard at work behind the scenes, even on vacation. So
yeah, I haven't talked to him for a week because he was on a boat. So
yeah.
Meanwhile, he's cooked up all these different ideas. I hop on Discord with him today, and then all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna have an app. Now I find out he's writing a book. The Hydra's here. Meanwhile, I've been sitting at home. I enjoyed WrestleMania. No one pay attention to the way I looked, okay? We're not going to talk about it, but
yeah, I guess, all I'm trying to say is there's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon that is in the works. So all you guys keep an eye out. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming out. We've got some really cool investigations coming up. Mm-hmm. We have some exciting stuff planned towards the later on this year. I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're not going to get too much into what it is right now, but what we can say is we do already have plans for something, give or take, like half a year from now. I know that sounds like a lot, but anyone who has that elephant type memory, you'll remember this when it starts happening, and you're going to go, thank you, Troy, for spoiling this like 6 months early.
There are some very, very cool things in the near distant future. So
the near distant future?
Yeah. The near distant future.
I mean,
what's wrong with that?
That's like, say, the near distant future. You're putting two opposites together, dude.
No, the near distant future means that it's in the distance,
only slightly distant. Yeah, right.
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to correct me. Anyway,
That's my dad.
In the near distant future,
The near
there are
distant
some really.
future.
Hey, I'm gonna reach through the screen and slap you in a minute.
Yeah, bring it on.
There's some
WrestleMania
really,
42.
yeah. There's some really cool stuff coming up, guys. So keep your eye out. There'll be announcements about it. We're gonna have lives. I mean, there's some really, really cool stuff coming. So once again, thank everybody for watching, for subscribing to the channel.
We hit
Make sure
23,000 over the weekend.
we did.
So
Thank you guys.
thank you all for
We
that.
hit 23,000. But yeah, keep your eye out. We've got some cool stuff coming. We've got some investigations coming up that will, and me and Troy have these couple of locations that we're going to be doing, and we will probably be going live at some point from those locations.
Yeah.
We won't be doing the whole investigation live, but we will be going live from these locations.
You'll probably get us for like 30 minutes to an hour while
Yeah.
we like set up or just set up a
Exactly.
couple things.
And I don't know,
then-
we may if I can work out the
logistics of it all.
yes, if I can work out the logistics, we may actually maybe on one platform, maybe like TikTok, we may carry the whole investigation live.
Okay.
So
that could be fun.
yeah. So keep your eye out for that. I'm going to work on the logistics, and that may be something that we do. We may carry the whole investigation live, so you guys can see it from start to finish live. And then the videos, the actual edited videos will drop later on. But,
on our YouTube, as always.
Yes. So, but anyway, we just wanted to hop on, show you guys the new gear. Thank you guys again for 23,000. Let's keep it rolling. Please remember, like and comment on the videos, because that helps put us in front of bigger audiences. Other than that, guys, I'm excited for the future. We've got some really cool things coming, and I've got some really cool designs for our first merch drop, which is going to be insane. Just to put a little spoiler out there, one of the designs for the left chest of the shirt is hand drawn by an artist friend of mine. They gave me permission to use this on our merch. So it is such a cool design. So it'll be the left chest will have the design that he drew. And then on the back, it'll have some of our Paranormal Task Force designs that I've been working on. Some really, really cool shirts coming, guys. So keep your eyes out. All the shirts that we drop are going to be limited. They're not going to be just available in mass quantities. We're going to limit each shirt. So
we are now part of the drop culture.
Yes. Yeah. So when a shirt drops, guys, it may be limited to 50 to 100 shirts. So you'll want to be one of the lucky few to get that shirt.
And for the record, like, I'm not saying I'm trying to compete with y'all, but I really like limited stuff. I really like things that I can only get. I get really bad FOMO. So I'll probably be buying one myself, which means if there's 50, there's 49.
Yeah. So again, guys, I'm super excited because there's so many cool things in the works right now that it just makes me happy. There's so much cool stuff coming. So as usual, when we get new gear, we're going to start doing these mail days so you guys can see the new gear before we put it to use. And if you have any ideas of gear that we may not have that you'd like to see us get, drop it in the comments. Let us know.
Also, you can feel free to send us a message on YouTube, or
yeah,
pretty sure that's something you can do. I don't know. I've never really tried, but
yeah, by all means, you can
hit us on our socials. Just, we're here.
They can even email us. Our email is on our YouTube page.
Is it?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, if you have an idea of some gear that maybe we don't have, which I don't know really of too much that we don't already have, but
Look, my dad
um,
loves gear and he loves things that he hasn't seen before. So
yes,
if you have any ideas, send it over to our email. He loves that kind of
definitely,
stuff. If you have
definitely,
ideas of places you want to see us investigate, send it to our email.
yep,
Because I mean, we have a pretty long list of places, but there's always new places to be found. And I really
exactly.
like the kinds of places that are almost like local legends that may
Yeah.
not necessarily be like a worldwide known thing.
Well, and here's my thing with locations, though. Here's a caveat to that. Okay, if you're gonna send us a location that you'd like to see us investigate, please make sure that the location is available to investigators. All right. We're not the type of team that's going to go trespassing or going into an abandoned building that we're not supposed to be at. All right. We have to be able to get permission to be on the property and investigate the property. So, don't send us some crazy thing. Well, I mean, a good one. Don't send us and say Alcatraz. I mean, trust me, that's on our list. But guess what? It's owned by the U.S. government, and unless you've got a production company behind you with deep pockets, they're not going to let you on there to do an investigation.
Maybe one
Okay,
day.
so, but yes, by all means, send us locations, send us gear that you'd like to see us use. And my camera just did something. I don't know what.
I think you moved
Um,
your hands and it started tracking you again because
I
you're
got, I
off
got,
center.
I got to change cameras, man. I'm so sick of this.
Dude,
I
just
mean,
turn off your motion tracking.
I did, but when I throw my hand up, it turns it back on for some reason. But
uh,
anyway, I love these cameras. They're great, but yeah, this gets, I guess because I talk with my hands, it's not great for me. Um, but anyway, guys, some really cool stuff coming up. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys like the new gear. Comment below what you think of it. Is Ghost Stop overcharging for it? Um, we get a lot of gear from Ghost Stop,
we do. We
so
have so many of those nice cases. Like,
so yeah, Ghost Stop, if you're listening, how about a sponsorship or something? We buy so much stuff from you guys. Um,
sponsored by Ghost Stop.
hey, I'm just saying, like, this thing wasn't cheap.
Hey, Ghost Stop, if you got any gear that isn't quite ready yet and you want someone to test it, just
Yeah,
call.
let us know.
We're
But
we're we're on the line.
yeah.
But
Hey,
real quick
yep,
before we wrap up, uh, I have to take every opportunity that we're on camera to plug the podcast again.
yeah,
I think we are up to the 5th episode now,
yeah. I
right?
think episode 5 just dropped.
Yeah, I think episode 5 came out on Thursday. Um, I realized something that so if you're navigating our YouTube page, I had this problem myself because I went to just go look at the videos and everything and do my due diligence. And I was looking for the podcasts and I forgot to actually click on the channel and then scroll over to the podcast tab. If
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for the podcast on YouTube, it's not going to show up with the rest of our videos.
Right.
It's only going to be in that podcast tab. So you've probably been hearing us talk about it a lot. If you're looking for it, just navigate over to that podcast tab. We have 5 episodes all waiting to have people enjoy them or ridicule them, whatever it might be, but they're
Definitely.
there. So yeah, there will be a new podcast episode dropping this week,
Yes.
and it's pretty much going to be a weekly thing. So
Yep.
go ahead and give the podcast some love, and I think we're all just going to sit here and wait for Dad's book now.
Yeah, it's coming. It's
Somehow I
almost.
feel like I'm going to end up being a producer on that too, and by
It is.
producer I mean I'm going to be a proofreader.
It is actually almost done.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. We're not signing off. We're going an extra 5 minutes now. What's the book about, Dad? Is this ghosts or is this your autobiography?
No, it's actually a book that discusses how the task force was formed. Discusses some of our most memorable cases. And then it's a um reference guide for people that are interested in doing paranormal investigations. It goes
Hmm.
over the types of tools that, are suggested to start with. Gives you some tips and tricks. Discusses different forms of protecting yourself before and after an investigation. It's a very good book. It's a very good book. I think it will appeal to people that want to know more about the Paranormal Task Force, but it also appeal to people that are interested in this field that may be looking to get into investigating. So
Okay.
it's actually a very, very good book.
I mean, I like the idea that I'm assuming you wrote it as, the paranormal everyman,
Pretty much, yeah.
since that's basically what we are.
Yeah.
We've said it before, we're not professionals.
It even has a glossary of terms, tells you what different terms in the paranormal field mean. I'm telling you, it's a very good book. But it's almost complete.
Do you have a foreword to the book yet?
No.
Hmm.
So, but it's almost complete. It will be once I finish it up, and of course I've got to go through the process of getting it self-published. So I'm looking at different publishing companies for that. And then once that's done, it'll go into print. We'll have printed copies. It is going to be available on ebook as well. So
Yeah, but if you get the ebook, you can't get a copy hand signed by that guy.
yeah.
That guy.
Hey, we may do them signed by all three members of the team.
That's going to be difficult to get all three signatures, given that we're
Not
rarely
at
in
all.
the same place
Not
at
at
the same
all.
time.
I come up there all the time. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Bring a box of books and we'll sign them.
Yeah. So, all right, that's probably going to be a future live that you guys are going to see. Is we're all going to be at a location, and then there's going to be a box of books, and while we're getting set up,
Yeah, we'll sign the books live.
hey, just FYI, if when this comes to fruition, my signature is a scribble, so every single one of you that gets a signed copy of the books is going to have a very unique Troy signature.
Oh, mine's a scribble too.
Like, I don't think no
Like
one can
father, like
plagiarize my
son.
signature because it's never the same. I
Yeah,
can't even plagiarize my
mine's like that as
signature.
well. Mine is like that as well. But but yeah, so like I said, some very exciting things on the horizon. Things that I'm really, really excited for. And yeah, I mean, you guys keep an eye out. Like I said, keep helping us grow this community, guys, because the more we grow this community, the more cool things that we can bring to you guys. Okay. The more cool investigations, we've got big places that we're trying to investigate that cost, big money. So the more you guys can help grow the community and help get us new viewers and new subscribers, the more it's going to help the channel grow and be able to fund itself. Right now, everything is self-funded. I'm self-funding the investigations. I'm self-funding the book. I'm self-funding all the equipment we get. The more we can grow this channel, the better. And the more you guys can help us with that by liking and commenting on the videos, sharing the videos, that's going to help make things easier on us and keep us going in the right direction. But some really cool things coming up. And I can't tell you how excited I am. I mean, we've got some really cool investigations lined up this year that I think are going to blow the socks off of all the
anything we've done yet.
Yeah.
I can say that. I can almost say that with impunity that I think we have an investigation lined up that, I mean, it's probably the first one that I'm legitimately a little bit what's the word? Not afraid, but I'm a little more no, I'm not scared either. It's just I'm cautious of, like, this may be finally be the investigation where something bad happens.
Yeah.
It
definitely has that potential. Actually, 2 of the locations have that potential.
2 of them?
Yeah.
I can think of one.
Oh, there's 2.
Okay. Well, I mean, we just hit the 30-minute mark. This was just supposed to be mail day, so let's wrap. Keep your eye on our socials and on the channel on YouTube. May 9th, right?
Yes.
May 9th, because we'll very likely be going live. We will be on location at a location. Not going to tell you which one. Come tune in, find out, and go listen to the podcast tab. Click the channel, navigate over. Easy peasy.
All right, guys. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this live. I hope you guys enjoyed Mail Day and the little behind the scenes that we just gave you with some of the cool stuff coming up. But we will see you guys
See you
in
at
the
the
next
next
video.
Mail Day. Yeah.
All right. See
All
you
right.
guys later.